So today for this persuasive speech, I'm going to try to persuade you from using an open face reel, like this one here, into using a bait caster reel. A little bit trickier to use. So to start off, we have my setup here. This is a Quantum on a Shakespeare rod. These two both have the same rig. This is a beginner to novice reel. Pick up, let it go, let it fly. This is something that you can kind of get into pretty easily. These are pretty easy to use. The thing is with the bait casters is they're a little more difficult, and as you grow as a fisherman, you could switch from something like this to something a little more complicated. So a little bit about this one. This one's kind of like just a push button, but this one you have to, on the side, you have to set the weight and everything. So the good thing about these bait casters is they will, if you set them right, they will cast almost twice as far as the open face reels. And that is a good thing for bass fishermen to get out there and kind of touch them tight corners and get into the weeds a little bit. Right here, this has a 1/16 of an inch fly head jig with a spinner on it. Great for bass. I have these two rigged up. I went fishing with them a while ago, and this one way outperformed that one. They're about the same. All the string weight is all the same and everything. Just the reel was the only difference, and this one outperformed it. This one you can throw into tight weeds and hold it with your finger to stop. This one it's kind of more difficult to hold the reel. These are just so easy to operate. This one is a 2-to-1 gear ratio. Cranks in a little faster, so once you catch that fish you have on the end, it's great to pull it in really quick. On this one is a 2-to-3 gear ratio, which means it's a little slower. This one, they're easy to set drag on. Once you set the drag, you should just be able to leave it. But this one is fairly easy to use. You just hold it, pick it up just like that, and then let it go. This is the gears are nice on this one, depending on how much you want to spend. I didn't spend a whole lot on my setups. That's the other thing. The bait casters are a little more expensive than the open face reels. Open faces you can get basically anywhere. I custom built my bait caster for bass fishing itself. That rod there with the open face is about a mixed. I use it for bluegill and bass. This one has a Shields rod, a little more expensive, and it has a Fluger bait caster head on it. It really depends on how much you want to spend, but if you're gonna go spend the money, I would recommend using a bait caster. This is what I use. I've used one for about 1.5 years now. At first, he's kind of rocky. You might ball the string up a couple times, but once you get the hang of it, it'll definitely pay off in the long run. Especially just the ease of casting is gonna just pay forward for itself. Make it easier for you to find them fish that you're looking for. So here I was trying to persuade you from using an open face to a Fluger or any type of low or whatever kind of bait caster you want to use. But this is my persuasive speech.